We photographed some of the most amazing places to stay in the UK. And tonight we've been invited to stay at one of these brand new luxury tree houses at Rewild Things. And this one didn't disappoint. These are brand new, which means we don't know anything about them at all. No pictures, no nothing. So this is going to be really fun. Beeper.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. The main space is a large open plan bedroom with views on all sides. What you've got all around you is loads and loads of trees. It just kind of really creates a really wild feel. You can't help but feel excited in a space like this. It's modern, contemporary, with all sorts of interesting gadgets dotted around. Look at I love. Right. The interior is plywood, seamlessly fitted all the way around, and I think I got a little bit too obsessed with how well it was fitted.
Oh, a nice dressing gown. Feels nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's also hard to believe that we're not the only people in these woods. You really can't see the others from where you are. There are 5 other tree houses, all similar but different, dotted throughout these woods.
Oh my.
On the exterior of ours is a gorgeous contemporary outdoor kitchen, and I had a feeling there was something hidden behind. Is there a... Yes.
Oh my god.
Out on this deck there are some very obvious luxuries like this roll top bath, but there are also a few hidden features which I found pretty interesting. It's automatic, so when you walk up to it, it flips open by itself. I'm not sure whether I personally need one of these kind of bins, but it is definitely a really nice novelty to have when you're in a place like this. This treehouse puts half of the space indoors and half of the space outdoors, forcing you to spend time outside, which is where we found some treats waiting for us. So this is our hamper. Let's have a look. Sultana crispy toasts, that's what that is.
Cannelloni.
I'm more impressed with the lighting, the fridge lighting.
Oh my gosh.
So we've got some milk, we've got some Prosecco, we've got some of the meals that we picked off of the list, which we're going to prepare in a little while so you can see it then. Some fresh fruit, just some extra stuff that you wouldn't normally see. This was a pretty awesome welcome pack. We took the opportunity to shoot some content for Ting, some of her favourite clothes, and a friend's clothing brand. If you want to know more about that, I will leave a link to Ting's Instagram in the description. Then it was time to cook up some of that pre-prepared food that they'd left for us. As far as I know, all of this stuff is prepared on the estate, and many of the ingredients are locally sourced, if not produced on site. Having all of this food just ready to go and pre-prepared was amazing. It was one less thing that we needed to worry about and one less thing we needed to carry from the car. So the light's starting to fade here at the treehouse. So I think it's time to light this fire. With the fires lit and the light fading, the treehouse was taking on an entirely different feel. So it is the next morning here at the treehouse, and I want to go through some of the kind of really interesting but kind of tiny features of this space. Our specific treehouse was called Earth, but they all have this maze walkway that goes through the woodland. This definitely helps you leave your non-treehouse life behind, even just for a few days. A design feature of these treehouses is wherever you go, whatever you do, the outside is right there with you. We spend a lot of time listening to podcasts in these spaces, and their Bluetooth speaker was great. It's also a feature of this treehouse to help you live half of your life outdoors on the deck. And even though it's brand new, this treehouse is already becoming part of the woodland. Each one of these treehouses has a slightly different shape and a slightly different exterior, and it left me wondering what the other ones would be like. I'm also very curious to see what the treehouse will look like in a few years when the woodland has started to reclaim it. I'm in love with the simple plywood interior where each window almost turns the woodland into a painting on the wall. Everything in the space feels high quality and well thought out, and there are all sorts of gadgets and things dotted around, the kind of things you'd expect and some of the things that you don't always expect. A good example of this is the handheld clothing steamer. However, my favourite thing was the combination of the food that they provided us and this outdoor cooking space. It also totally succeeded in encouraging us outdoors. We spend a lot of time outdoors anyway, but eating and cooking outdoors so much on this stay just added something different. The way that this space brings the outside in and the inside out is truly remarkable. The Treehouse is a real adventure, but with all of the luxuries sprinkled on top, with some of the most unique looking soap I've ever seen. You can always tell when a place gets it right, because instead of it being a destination, it starts to feel much more like an experience, and that is what this treehouse at Rewild Things felt like to us. Our own little treehouse cabin, almost like an island in the middle of the woodland, was truly an amazing stay. And thanks so much for having us. So I really hope you enjoyed tagging along with us here at the tree houses here at Rewilding Things. If you want to know more about them, I'll leave a link to them in the description. And if you want to see more tours just like this one, I've got a whole load on the channel, so just hit the profile, check it out, and hit subscribe if you want to see more. If you do, I will see you in the next video.